Yeah, good evening, children. Good evening, online students.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am. Good
Good
evening,
evening, ma'am.
children. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening. I've shared my screen, children. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Yeah. So we were working this presentation the other day. Yeah, we finished the first, second, third, fourth. Yeah, we need to continue from here. Yes, children, please take down the question and start working the answer. Yeah, so the sum of the first three terms of an AP is 33. So what are the first three terms of the AP? A plus D, A plus 2D. Okay, so the sum of these three terms of an AP is 33. If the product of the first and the third, the product of the first and the third, so that means A1 into A3, A1 into A3, the product of the first and the third, A1 into A3 exceeds, that means this product is more. The product of the first and the third terms exceeds. So this product is more than the second term by 29. The product of the first and the third terms exceeds, meaning is more than the second term, that is A2 by 29. Find the AP. So we know that to find the AP, we need two values, the value of A and the value of D. If you can find the value of A and value of D, you can generate the arithmetic progression. So according to the information given, we can construct the following. So the sum of the first three terms, A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to 33. All right, so A plus A2 is A plus D, A3 is A plus 2D is equal to 33. So from this, we get an equation in A and D. 3A plus 3D is equal to 33. Taking 3 common, 3 of A plus D is equal to 33. And 3 comes down for division. So A plus D is equal to 33 by 3. A plus D is equal to 11. Is equal to 11. Okay, so you can call this the first equation. And then the product of the first and third, that means A1 into A3 exceeds. That means this one is more than the second term by 29. So this is the equation you can construct from the second information. Which information? This one. Product of the first and third. 1 minute. Just put a bracket, just a minute. So the product of the first and the third terms exceeds the second term by 29. Exceeds means difference. Exceeds means is more than. Exceeds means is more than, right? So which is more? The product of the first and third, that is more than which one? The second one. By how much? 29. So we need to always write the greater value first and then the smaller value. So the greater one minus the smaller one is equal to 29, correct? So A1 into A3, the product of the first and the third terms, minus A2, the second term, the difference is 29. So from this we have A1 is what? A1 is A. into A3 is A plus 2D minus A2, A plus D, but in bracket, don't forget that, in bracket. So you can see here, this is the product of the first and third terms, A into A plus 2D minus A plus D is equal to 29. So what do you get? A square plus 2AD minus A minus D is equal to 29. Then A square, that's it. That's it. Actually, you cannot simplify anything further. So that means you cannot solve these two equations simultaneously. It's not that you have an equation in A and D and another equation in A and D. If you have both the equations in A and D, you can write them one below the other and solve them by the elimination method. But as we learned in the chapter linear equations in two variables x and y. So you can place the equations one below the other and eliminate using the elimination method, you can work it further. But now here we are getting one is quadratic. The second equation is not linear. So what do? Come back to the first equation. Come back to the first equation and write A in terms of D. Write A in terms of D. Come back to the first equation and write A in terms of D or D in terms of A. Anything. So you can write A is equal to 11 minus D. Or you can write D is equal to 11 minus A. Anything. Do any one of the two. So substitute this in the second equation. Correct. So in the second equation, if you substitute D is equal to 11 minus A, that is wherever there is D, use 11 minus A. So then the second equation will be completely in A. Completely in A. How does the substitution method work? When one equation has two unknowns, using the substitution method, you can substitute for one variable. So like you have A and D. So you substitute for D. So then the whole equation is in terms of A. That's how it works, the substitution method. So now you can either use this one or this one. So let me not write both. Let me just write one of the two. So say we write this one. Okay, A is equal to 11 minus D. So now actually how many places we have A? Okay, I think D will be easier. Anything is fine, fine. So A is equal to 11 minus D. So what will happen? So what will happen? Substitute. Yeah, what is A? 11 minus D. So 11 minus D, the whole square plus 2 into 11 minus D into D minus 11 minus D is equal to 29. So what do you see here? Now we have only D. We don't have A at all. That's how the substitution method works. So when you substitute, you get rid of one variable. So we got rid of A and we only have D. Now you can solve this and find the value of D. And once you find D, you can substitute and find A. And once you have A and D, you can construct the arithmetic progression. Yeah, please complete this. Please take down the question. Done, children? Yeah, what's the value of D? Sorry? Plus or minus 9. Now we have to go with both the values because it's okay. D can be positive or negative. So when find out the value of A when D is plus 9, find the value of A when D is minus 9. The common difference can be positive or negative. So you have to take both the values of D. Online students, what's the value of D? Okay, still working. Looks like still working. All right. Yeah, now you have to tell me what after this have you worked? You took? No, that you cannot use here. That you can take only when there are three numbers. There are only three numbers. This is the first three terms of an AP. Okay, so that assumption can be taken when they're talking about only three numbers which are in AP. You understand that? When the question talks only about three numbers and those three numbers are in AP, then you can take that assumption A minus D, A and A plus D. Now, this is the first three terms of an AP. For that, you should take A plus D, A plus 2D only. Yeah, what's your name? Rachana. Darshana. And your sister's name? Shrutika. All right. Oh, hi, Shrutika. Good evening. Is it difficult to work, children? Are you getting it?
Ma'am, I'm getting the value of D as 9.
Okay. Is it D square is equal to 81 or is it D 9?
Ma'am, D square is equal to 81.
Okay. So 121 minus 22D plus D square plus 22D minus 2D square minus 11 plus D minus D is equal to 29, correct? 11 minus D the whole square. What is it? A minus B the whole square. A square 121 minus 2AB. 2 into 11 into D. 22D plus D square. And here it is 2 into 11 into D. 22D. 2 into minus D into D. Minus 2D square. Okay, no. Some of us are not following. 1 second. Let me write this again, children. Let me write this one again. Let me write this again.
I got plus 9 or minus 9.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you said you're Darshana, right? Yes, Darshana. So see here. Are the equations okay with you? All right. Now you understand why we're using the substitution method? Because the first equation is in A and D. If you get the second equation also in A and D, then you can solve it in the elimination method. But no, you're getting A square and stuff like that. So we go back to the first equation and we write A in terms of D. All right. Now we call this one. Now substitute. What is A? 11 minus D, right? So 11 minus D, the whole square, plus 2A. Sorry, 2A is 11 minus D into D, right? Minus what is A? 11 minus D. Then minus D is equal to 29. Is this right? Now, how do you expand 11 minus D the whole square? A minus B the whole square. So A square, 121. Minus 2 into A into D. Minus 2 into 11 into D. So minus 22D. Then plus B square. So plus D square. Then you need to multiply 2D and 11. You need to multiply 2 into 11, 22 into D. So plus 22D. Then you need to multiply 2 minus D and D. So minus 2D square. See, there's something here and here to be multiplied. There is 2 here and there's D here. So you will have to multiply by 2D. So it is. So it actually 2D multiplied by 11, 22D. And then 2D multiplied by D minus 2D square. Then here there's a minus outside the bracket. So minus 11 plus D minus D is equal to 29. So now what happens? Minus 22D plus 22D cancels. And then minus D plus D. And then we have 121. What else we have? 121 minus 11. So it's 110. 121. Yeah, I can see a minus 11 here. So it is 110. And then minus D square. Minus D square is equal to 29. This is what I'm getting after simplifying. Correct? What's your doubt? Raju? No, I was explaining how to multiply. Did you listen? No, see here, minus 22D plus 22D cancels out, right? And then you can see a plus D here and a minus D here, cancels out. And then this 121 minus 11 is 110. Okay, 121 minus 11, correct? (121) minus 11 is 110, correct? And then this plus D square minus 2D square is minus D square is equal to 29. So minus D square is equal to 29 minus 110. Minus D square is equal to minus 81. So minus gets cancelled. D is equal to. No, there's a lot of discussion actually. Two of you shift to some other place. Boy, I'm doing it here, na? Why are you looking here and there? I'm helping you, right? Navya. Yeah. You finished. So you look. Ah, yeah. Okay. You're still stuck with the calculation? D is equal to? Oh, you're working that. Okay, you should get it. Okay, fine. So D is equal to the square root of 81, which is plus or minus 9. Is that right? Yeah. Now, how will you find the value of A? So A is equal to 11 minus D. A is equal to 11 minus D. When D is equal to 9, A is equal to 11 minus 9. So A is equal to 2. So then the AP will be, in that case, the AP will be when A is 2 and D is 9. The AP is what? 2 plus 9, 11. 11 plus 9, 20. 20 plus 9, 29, and so on. Next. A is equal to 11 minus D when D is equal to minus 9. When D is minus 9. So A is equal to 11 minus D is minus 9. So A is equal to 11 plus 9. A is equal to 20. So when A is 20 and D is minus 9, the AP is when D is 20 and when A is 20 and D is minus 9, the AP is 20. Then 20. How do you
Yeah.
find the AP? You keep adding the common difference, right? So 20, then 11, then 2, then minus 7. It goes on like this. It goes on like this. So this is the arithmetic progression. Yeah, you will get the answer, but that is, you take that assumption only for now, for example, supposing those 3 terms were mentioned, and then in the question, if they're talking about the 11th term and the 12th term. So here in the question, they were talking only about the first 3 terms. In this question, they were talking only about the first 3 terms. So you got it. If in the question they talk about the first 3 terms and also about the 7th and the 8th term, then you will not get it. You will not get it. You understand? In this question, they're talking only about the first 3 terms. So both the methods are okay with you, meaning are working for you. Now, if the question talks about the first 3 terms and also about some 9th term and the 10th term, then this assumption will not work. Then this will not work. So when you're finding only 3 numbers that are in AP, then you can use that assumption A minus D, A and A plus D. If it is about an AP, you should not use that. Sorry? Wait. No, they are 2 different arithmetic progressions, no? You have to find, no, 1 second. D is plus or minus 9, right? D is plus or minus 9. But what is the value? How do you find A? A is 11 minus D. So when D is plus 9, you will get a particular value for A. When D is minus 9, you will get a different value for A. When the value of A and D are different, the 2 arithmetic progressions are completely different. The arithmetic progression 2, 11, 20, 29 is different from 20, 11, 2 minus 7. Both are different. So when we stop, D square is equal to 81, right? So when D square is 81, D is equal to square root of 81, which is plus or minus 9. So when you get 2 values for D, correspondingly, you will get 2 values for A. Because when D is plus 9, you will get a value for A. When D is minus 9, you will get a different value for A. Correct? So when you have 2 values for A and D, you will get 2 different arithmetic progressions. Please complete it, children. What your phone? I shared the material with you on that. Now, you didn't attend the online class today. Yeah, why? Okay, you start working. I'll come to. Open your book, start working. What is going on in your school? Yeah. Yeah. Any further questions? No, we cannot spend that long on one question. No, I'll work it and share it with you on WhatsApp. Yeah. Yeah. Completed working? Sure. Sorry. 579202. Write it in your book. 579202. All right. Yeah, yes, Raja, you stuck somewhere still? Oh. Okay. So this is a situation where we don't get two equations in A and D. We get one linear equation A and D and one not a linear equation A and D. Here is where we use a substitution method. That's the first learning. We use a substitution method. And when you use a substitution method, we're getting two values for D. D square is 81. So you're getting two values for D, plus or minus 9. So when you substitute and find for A, you will get two values for A. So when you have two values for A and D, you have to construct the two different APs. Online students, finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah. We finished this in the last class, is it? No, we didn't work this, I think. Yeah. This is the next question. We understood how to construct the equation in the last class, but we did not work this one. So we'll see this again. If the first term of an AP is 100, so A is 100. And the sum of the first six terms is equal to 5 times the sum of the next six terms. So we understood that in the last class, we understood that the sum of the first six terms plus the sum of the next six terms is the sum of the first 12 terms. The sum of the first six terms plus the sum of the next six terms is the sum of the first 12 terms. Now what is given? And the sum of the first six terms is 5 times the sum of the next six terms. All right. So sum of the first six terms, I'll just write it in short here. Sum of the first six terms plus sum of the next six terms is equal to the sum of the first 12 terms. Correct? Sum of the first six terms plus sum of the next six terms is equal to the sum of the first 12 terms. So if you want to write the sum of the next six terms, it will be the sum of the first 12 terms minus the sum of the first six terms. I think I should take more space here. Sum of the first six terms plus sum of the next six terms is equal to the sum of the first 12 terms. S12 always means the sum of the first 12 terms. So from this, you transpose and understand sum of the next six terms. Sum of the next six terms will be equal to, take this one to the other side. Take this one to the other side is equal to sum of the first 12 terms minus the sum of the first six terms. So first six terms is nothing but S6. First six terms is nothing but S6. I'm just transposing. See, I've just written if A plus B is equal to C, then B is equal to C minus A. That's what I've written. I've just written this. If A plus B is equal to C, I'm just transposing B is equal to C minus A. So that's what I've done. Please watch that carefully. So I've written for the sum of the next 6 terms. Sum of the next 6 terms is sum of the first 12 terms minus the sum of the first 6 terms. Yes or no? What do you mean by S6, children? First 6 terms, right? What do you mean by S12? First 12 terms. So the sum of the first 6 terms plus sum of the next 6 terms will be equal to the sum of the first 12 terms. I showed you like this in the last class. A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 plus A6 is the sum of the first 6 terms. Then A7 plus A8 plus A9 plus A10 plus A11 plus A12 is the sum of the next 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sum of the first 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sum of the next 6 terms. Now, when you put all this together, the sum of this is the sum of the first 6 terms. This is the sum of the next 6 terms. When you put both of them together, it is the sum from A1 to A12, which is nothing but the sum of the first 12 terms. Correct? So from the sum of the first 12 terms, if you take away the sum of the first 6 terms, you will have the sum of the next 6 terms. So that's what it is. So you can start like this: sum of the first 6 terms plus sum of the next 6 terms. Next 6 terms is equal to the sum of the first 12 terms. So sum of the next 6 terms is equal to sum to the first 12 terms minus sum to the first 6 terms. Now use the condition given. So the first term is 100 and it's given that I'm now using the information there. The sum of the first 6 terms, S6, is equal to 5 times the sum of the next 6 terms, which is S12 minus S6. We first understand what is the sum of the next 6 terms. So sum of next 6 terms is the sum of the first 12 terms minus sum of the first 6 terms. Now what is given? What is given here? The sum of the first 6 terms. So S6 is means equal to the sum of the first 6 terms is S6 is equal to 5 times. That means 5 into the sum of the next 6 terms. Next 6 terms is S12 minus S6. No, this again is very repetitive. In the exams, it's very, very repetitive. So you tell me now, what is given? Sum of the first 6 terms. I'm just writing what is it. First 6 terms is equal to is equal to 5 times, no? Is equal to 5 times the sum of the next 6 terms. This is what is given. Now we use, the arithmetic progression language to convert this English to an equation. So this one is what? S6 is equal to 5 times means 5 into next 6 terms. How do you write the next 6 terms? You cannot write S6 for that. Next 6 terms is S12 minus S6. So this is what is given. So now when you work this, you get S6 is equal to 5 into S12 minus 5 into S6. So when you transpose, you get S6 plus 5 times S6 is equal to 5 times S12. So this is 6 times S6 is equal to 5 times S12. So now use the formula 6 into n by 2. N by 2 meaning 6 by 2 of 2a. A is given 100. A is given 100 plus n minus 1, 6 minus 1 into d. We don't know. What have I written here? 6 into S6 is what? 6 by 2 of 2a. 2 into 100 plus n minus 1, 6 minus 1 into d is equal to 5 into, what is S12? 12 by 2 of 2A, 2A, 2 into 100 plus n minus 1, 12 minus 1 into D. D we don't know. Now you need to solve this to find the value of D. Once you find D, you already know A. Now in this equation, only D is unknown. You can see this, only D is unknown. You already know A. Once you know A and D, you can find the AP. Solve this, children.
Ma'am, is D minus 10?
Minus 10, is it? Okay, I don't have the working for this. Let me
Ma'am,
work
the
on it.
value of D is minus 10.
Minus 10, okay. You can cancel here. 2 ones are, 2 threes are. 1 is 6 are. So you get 18. 18 into 200. 18 into 200 plus 5D. Plus 5D is equal to 30. 30 into 200 plus 11D. Okay, 200 plus 11D. Arjun, you got this? Okay. So now you can divide both the sides by 6 to make the equation simpler. Will not multiply by 18 and 30. You can divide both the sides by 6. You can divide both the sides by 6. Okay, so this becomes 3 into 200 plus 5D is equal to 5 into 200 plus 11D. Even if you don't do this step, you'll still get the answer, just that you're simplifying the equation. Now 600 plus 15D is equal to 1000 plus 55D. On transposing, 15D minus 55D is equal to 1000 minus 600. So minus 40D, am I right? Is equal to 400. Yeah, even I'm getting the same thing. By minus 40, D is equal to minus 10. Perfect, children. So A is given to be 100 already, and D is minus 10. So therefore, the AP is 100, 90, 80, and so on. Correct? Yeah. What did you say your sister's name is? Kritika. Shrutika. Shrutika, you did not acknowledge. I called out to you earlier. Am I audible to you? Any questions with this one, online students?
No doubts, ma'am.
All right.
No doubts, ma'am. Clear.
All right, children. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, finished? Raja? Finished. You said Darshana, right? I'm sorry, Darshana. Shrutika. Now we're done. Did you simplify the equation further by dividing by 6? Done, children? Did we work this? Okay, we got the value of k. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, this one. Yes. This is the next one. Yes, Arjun, tell me. So A is minus 59. Okay, so nothing to do with that. Then we have A10 minus A5 is 50. So you need to work ahead with this one. What will you do? What is A10? A plus? Yeah, because AN is what? A plus n minus 1 into d, right? So if you want A10, then it will be A plus 10 minus 1 into d. So it is A plus 9d. So A plus 9d, use a bracket, that's very important. Minus, what is A5? A plus 4d. Please put A plus 4d in a bracket. If you write it without the brackets, you will go wrong. Because there's a minus. Minus. After the minus, you have to write A plus 4d. After the minus sign, when you're writing more than one term. After the minus sign, if you're writing only A, no, you don't have to put a bracket. You're writing A plus 4d. You're writing an expression which has two terms. You're writing more than one term. Then put it in a bracket. Correct? Is equal to 50. Then A plus 9d minus A minus 4d is equal to 50. So fast. Cancels. Then 5d is 50. D is equal to 10. Now what is A15 then? We'll have to find A15. A plus 14d. So minus 59 plus 14 into 10. How much is it?
81.
81, no? 130. Okay, plus 81. Same section? No, different sections. You are in Kamlaniketan since which standard? 5th standard. Before that? Sorry? Oh, sorry. St. Joseph's, huh? Okay, okay. Very cold for you? Okay. You can change your place. You can come here. Then it's okay. The thing is, no, ever since I got this AC installed, I still don't, since the display is not there, I myself don't know at what temperature it is running. Got it installed, it's so many months, but I need to check because this remote is so complicated. I just turn on and I don't know, I just keep meddling. If the display is there, then you'll know what temperature it is. That's the problem. I need to watch some YouTube video to understand this. Is it over, children? Yeah, this is the next one. Have you all learned similar triangles in school? Going on. But you have the introduction to BPT and the similarity criteria. Okay. All of you? Yeah, online students, answer this poll question. How many of you have already studied similar triangles in school? Tanishka?
Yes, ma'am.
Adamita?
Yes, ma'am.
Darshita?
Going on, ma'am.
Danya?
Yes, ma'am. Completed.
Krishmi? Ranjan is in your class? You said you finished. Okay. Sorry. Sure. Done? Anyone with the answer now? Sorry. NS 30. 38. Okay.
Ma'am, I got n is equal to 38, ma'am.
38. You two got the same thing? Decimal. Oh, decimal not possible. Because... Okay. All right, children. N is 38. What? I think Tanishka said 38, and here Raja. All right. So tell me the formula you've used. Very good. That's what you should do. Sn is given to be 399. Now, since you know the first term and the last term, use the smartest formula. You're given the first term and the last term. Sn is 399. And you're given the first term and the last term. So between the two formulae, you choose to write this one, n by 2 of the first term plus the last term is equal to 399. We have two, right? We have two formulae is equal to 399. Sn, I'll write again, see here. Sn is given to be Sn is equal to 399. We have two formulae. We'll go with this one which says n by 2 of the first term plus the last term. N by 2 of the first term plus the last term is equal to 399. So now n by 2 of the first term is given 1 plus the nth term is given there 20. Nth term is given 20. The sum to n terms is 399. The nth term is 20. So an is 20 is equal to 399. So n by 2 into 21 is equal to 399. N is equal to 21 by 2 becomes 2 by 21 on the other side. It becomes 2 by 21 on the other side. So it should be exactly divisible. You can try that. So 7 in the tables of 7, 7 5s are 35, 4 remains, 7 7s are 49. Then 3 1s are 3, 29 times. Yeah, 56 I'm getting. Oh, 3 1s are 3. Sorry. Multiplication is wrong. Sorry. Yeah. 7 3s are 7, 5s are 35, 7 9s, 7 7 are 49. And then 3 1s are 3 1s are 3, 19. 19 into 2, 38. Correct. So here is Sn, A1 and An. So connect them by the most closest formula. You know, Sn, An is given A1. You know the first term, last term, and Sn, the sum to n terms. So use this formula. N by 2 of the first term plus the last term is equal to 399. Done, online students? Very good, Tanishka. You said you got 38. Done, all of you? We've done a question like this earlier. This should be easy. Do it fast. Yes, Arjun. What do you mean by the nth term? Symbolically, how do you write it? Nth term is 2n plus 1. So, no, nth term, how do you represent symbolically the nth term? How do you write that? an, the nth term meaning an of an AP is how much? 2n plus 1, correct? Now find A1, Arjun. No, 1 minute. Let me come from the beginning. 1 second. Okay. So see here, the nth term means an, all right? Is 2n plus 1. Is that fine? So how do you write that? An is equal to 2n plus 1. Okay. Now we need to find the sum to the first n terms of the AP. All right. Now find A1, I'm saying. Find A1. So it will be 2 into 1 plus 1, right? So what is A1? 3. Now find A2. How do you find A2? 2 into 2 plus 1. So how much is A2? So what's the common difference? A2 minus A1. So which is 5 minus 3. 2 is the common difference, right? So now what's the AP then? You don't have to find the AP actually. You'll have to find the sum to first n terms of the AP. So Sn is equal to what? N by, see, the thing is you have to find the values of A and D. You got the values of A and D. Now Sn is equal to n by 2. A plus an, okay, an plus an, yeah. So that's equal to n by 2. First term is what? 3. If you're using this formula, you don't even have to find D. Yeah. 3 plus 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1. So if you're using this formula, you don't even have to take the trouble to find D. This itself is enough. Yeah, then is equal to n by 2 into 2n plus 4, correct? Then after this, 2 is common. 2 is common, so in the bracket, n plus 2. N plus 2. So now 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So n squared plus 2n. All right? Yeah. Yes. You used the other formula, is it? Other formula. For that, you should find D also. Yes, Darshini, any questions? Got it, children? No, because this is the sum here. This is 2a plus n minus 1 into d. That is one thing. So this 2 and this 2 you can take out 2 common and cancel. There's a 2 here and there's a 2 here, no? You can bring out the 2 here, 2 common, then you'll get 3 plus n minus 1. You can bring the 2 outside common and cancel, not like this. Yeah. All right, children. So when I asked you, most of you said, not most of you, I think all of you said you have learned similar triangles in school. So you can just check. I have a paper. So you can just check how much you can recall and do this. All right. Yeah, this is your first question from similar triangles. We are not starting similar triangles. We are not starting similar triangles today. Just for a change, we've been doing AP for quite some time now. Just for a change, I will be giving you the introduction to this chapter. So we're just doing for a change. Try this question, see you. Yes, children. So ABCD, you can see is a, what is ABCD? It is a trapezium because one pair of opposite sides is marked parallel. So it's a trapezium, right? And the diagonals AC and BD, they meet at O. And what do you know about the diagonals of a trapezium? Diagonals of a, they bisect each other. They bisect each other, meaning you're saying O is the midpoint of AC. Okay, my question now is, children, my question is, what can you say about the diagonals of the trapezium? Yeah, they intersect at O, that's fine. They don't intersect at right angles. Yeah, they do intersect here. You can see it, they intersect at O. But so the diagonals of a trapezium divide each other proportionally. They don't bisect each other. They divide each other proportionally. That's what you proved using BPT. That's what you can prove using BPT as well as similar triangles. You can use the concept of similar triangles. Online students, please listen. ABCD is a trapezium because AB is parallel to CD. One pair of opposite sides parallel, so it's a trapezium. Now, we need to use the property of the diagonals to work this answer. In a trapezium, the diagonals divide each other proportionally. This can be this can be proved using BPT or even the concept of similar triangles. You can prove that two triangles are similar and then also do it. Sorry. All right. So children. So that means DO by OB is equal to CO by OA. The diagonals of a trapezium divide each other proportionally. If the ratio here is 2:3, the ratio here also will be 2:3. They divide each other proportionally. The ratio on this diagonal will be the same as the ratio on this diagonal. 1 minute. I think I should make it more clear. See here, O is a point. I want all of you to listen. O is a point on the diagonal BD, right? So with respect to O, we have a ratio on this diagonal DO by OB. Correct? Now the other diagonal is CA. Again, O is a point on CA. The ratio on that diagonal will be CO by OA. CO by OA. So now meaning you can prove that using BPT or similar triangles, you can prove that this ratio DO by OB is equal to the ratio CO by OA. This can be proved. We are not proving it now because that's not the question. The question is to find the value of X. So we are not proving that now. You can just use this result. Okay, you can just use this result. You should write in a trapezium, the diagonals divide each other proportionally. You should just write them and write this result, substitute and find the value of X. So I said if the ratio, if DO by OB is 2:3, then CO by OA also will be 2:3. O is not the midpoint. O is not the midpoint. Okay. Because you can see this is 2 parts, this is 3 parts. So clearly O is not the midpoint. Okay. Yeah. So you should start like this, write the question and please start like this. Write on the question. Oh, okay. Sorry. No, you don't have to prove that. You don't have to prove that. You can just check the result. If the question is prove, then you should prove. Otherwise, you don't have to prove. You can just take the result. Hello. 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 Yeah, work this and find the value of x. Then come here. No, get your book. Where should I check? Answer 4 and 4. The answer is 3 by 5. Yes, you should. You don't think, will you read the book so that I can correct it? No, do that so that I don't mistake it. You complete it. I'll correct it. When you leave the book, I'll correct it. Yeah, what's the value of x? Yeah, you'll get you'll get a quadratic equation. You will get a quadratic equation, so you will get 2 values for x. But you can go only with 1 value. Online students, what's the quadratic equation you've got?
Ma'am, I got x square minus 19x plus 108, ma'am.
Correct? X square plus 19x minus 108. Okay. Yeah, Danya?
I got x square minus 19x plus 88.
Plus 88. Yeah, yours looks right because you can split the middle term. 88 and 19, yes. Tanishka, please check. Yeah, correct. That's right. X square minus 19x plus 88 is equal to 0 is correct. Yeah, what are the 2 values you've got? Sorry? 8 and 11. So which one will you accept? Which one will you reject and why? So both can be taken. Okay. Yes, children, this is very simple for you. I want the answer from all of you. I can help you. Where are you stuck? See, hello. You got the equation x square minus 19x plus 88 is equal to 0. Huh? What about you, Arjun? Minus? You got it? The pulliyum. Hippa kadikle, what is it? 85. Okay. What about you, Darshana? What the equation? What are the values for x? 8 and 11. Okay. So we accept both? Okay. Yes, Navya? Got it. All right. Yeah, online students, here, few of us have got the answer 8 and 11. What about you all?
Yes, ma'am. Even I got 8 and 11.
Same,
8 and
ma'am.
11. 8 and 11. Okay. Yeah, now my next question is, okay, Krishmi also got 8 and 11. Very good. My next question is, both are positive, so we can go ahead with both, right? Correct? That's where we have to think. Okay, so I'll tell you. Put the values in the expressions given and tell me. That's the clue. Put the values in the expression. Now OA, OB, OC, OD are line segments. When you fix the value of X there, the answer should be positive. That should not be negative, right? Check that. Yeah, because you have to reject one of them. You can't go ahead with both the values of X. Now do it in your mind. You don't have to just do it in your mind. Take X as 8. 3 into 8. Just try. X is 8, X is 11. Put the value of X in OA, OB, OC, OD. Somewhere it should not work. No, it might work in 3. It might not work in 1. If it does not work in 1, you should leave that value and go only with the other value. Ah.
Does not work with 11.
Which one?
11 is not taken in the
equation expression. OA, yeah. In OA, when you take X as 11, what happens? 3 into 11 is? Both are working? No, both are working fine. There are cases where both the values will not work. You might get positive values. You might get, okay, now nothing to get confused. You will get positive values. You will get now, for example, if you get X is equal to, say 5. For example, X is 5 and X is equal to a 7. For example, when X is 5, if you take 5 here, what will happen? 3 into 5, 15. 15 minus 19 is minus 4. Though the values of X are positive, when you take the value of X5 here, see, X is 5, X is 7, both are positive. But when you take X is 5 here, 3 into 5, 15. 15 minus 19 is minus 4. Not possible. Then you have to drop X is 5 and go ahead with X is 7. That's what I'm trying to say. You should, whenever you get two values for X, you should validate them. How to validate? You must substitute the value of X here. Now first take what? X is 8. So 3 into 8, 24. 24 minus 19? 5. Then 8 minus 4? 4. And then what is it? 8 minus 3? 5. And this is 4. So OA is, what's the ratio? DO by OB. DO by OB. 1:1. And OC by OA. OC by OA. Yeah, 1:1. Okay, you're getting the same thing. The ratio is the same in both the cases. Okay, that's working. Then try the other one. 11. Try the other one, 11. 11. 3 into 11, 33. 33 minus 19? 14. 14. 14. This is 14. Then here, 11 minus 4. Tired of calculation. 7. 11 minus 3. 8. So here also the ratio is working. The ratio, put it here. DO by OB. DO by OB should be equal to CO by OA. What is DO? 4. OB 7 is equal to OC 8 by 14. So you can simplify the tables of 2, right? 2 4s are 8, 2 7s are. Yeah, so in this case, you can take both the values of X. But what you should remember is, just because the values are positive, just because both the values of X are positive, it doesn't mean that you can go ahead with both the values. You have to substitute here. Like I told you, if supposing X is 5, 3 into 5 is 15. 15 minus 19 is minus 4. The length of the line segment OA cannot be negative. The length of the line segment OA cannot be negative. So there you will drop the value X5 and go ahead with the other one. Yeah, children. Those who did not get the equation, please see where you went wrong. You didn't get the value, right? 88 you did not get. See where you've gone wrong. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Leave your book. Then the tuition, leave it there only. I'll take it. Tell your mom I'll call her at 9:30. Okay. Don't you must say, yeah, see. Online students. All right. Those who did not get the quadratic equation correctly, please check where you have gone wrong. Got it now? Yeah, this is the next one. All right. So what's the result by BPT? Online students, what's the result by BPT? Sorry? KP by? KP by KQ. PM is equal to
KQ by QN.
KQ by QN. Okay. So we'll write the result by BPT and also the other results that can be interpreted. So by BPT, we have, listen, KP by PM is equal to KQ by QN. This is the direct result by BPT. KP by PM is equal to KQ by QN. Who can state BPT? Yeah. In the same ratio. Very good. Very good. Yes. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle to intersect the other two sides at distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So this is the result by BPT. KP by PM is equal to KQ by QN. But you can even modify this. Now complete this one. KP by KM is equal to KP by KM is equal to
KQ by KN.
KQ by KN. K. So you can also take it like this. KP by KM is equal to KQ by KN. What are the other ways of writing the result? If I write, say if I write KN by KQ, then how will you complete it?
KM by PM.
KM by?
PM, ma'am.
Think again. I've written KN by KQ is equal to KM by
KP.
KP. Okay, if I write PM by KM is equal to QN by KN. So you have so many results like this. From one, you can derive 5 more. From one main result, you can derive 5 more. So use any appropriate, like proportion here. So see what is given. You're given KN. You're given KN. You're given this full thing. Okay, we have to find KQ. We'll have to find KQ, this one. And here we have the ratio K. See, on this side, okay, 1 minute. You have to find KQ and you're given KN, no? So what is that you need here? KQ by KN. KQ by KN. Then what can you write? That is equal to what? KP by KM. Now how much is KP? 4 parts. How much is KM? 4 plus 13, 17 parts is equal to KQ. That's what we have to find, is equal to, sorry, by KN, which is 20.4. So this is will be the shortest way of working, I think. Yeah, no, I've not done it like that here, so I'll work it here. I told you why I'm using that proportion, children. Correct? We should find KQ and we are given KN, right? So complete the proportion. If it is KQ here, it is KP here. And if it's KN here, it is KM here. Yeah. What's the value? Yeah, 4.8. If you're not comfortable with the decimal point, you can even shift it. You can write it as 204 by 17 to 10. Supposing you don't want the decimal point. So 17 ones are 17, 1s are 17, 3 remains, 2s are 34. So KQ is equal to 48 by 10. Are you writing the questions, Navya? Yeah. Why is KM? Why is KM 17? Because yeah, because KP is 4 parts and PM is 13 parts. So KM will be 4 plus 13, 17 parts. Got it, children? Finish all of you here. Can we go to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll let. Yeah, this is your next question. Prove that Mn by Sr is equal to Ms by Sp. Yeah, children. This one is not 90 degrees. You can make out this is not 90, okay? This is an acute angle. This is some acute angle. This is 90. This is 90. You can mark it here. I'm sorry, you can see this. This is 90 degrees. See, this is 90. This is 90. And you can see this one is also 90. There are 3 right angles. Yeah, 5 plus 6 is 90. See, 5 is only this portion. Angle 5 is only this portion. This portion is angle 5. And this one is angle 6. Angle 6 is a part of this triangle. Angle 5 is a part of this triangle. And 5 and 6 together is 90 degrees. I'm not clear, Raja, I'll tell you again. No, angle 5, no, this angle 5, no, it's an angle of the triangle PRS. PRS. And angle 6 is the part of the triangle MNS. This corner is 90 degrees, which makes 5 plus 6 is equal to 90 degrees. This is not 90, this is just an angle. What are you doing, Darshana? Huh? Okay. Okay. I would like to share the answer with you. Now, in this figure, you know, the angles, the numbers, we have, meaning I have given it, like we have to give the numbers. It will not be numbered like this. Now, this again is a, you know, like it's a standard question kind of. If it comes, it will be like this only. What you have to do is the 90 degrees, all that will be marked. You mark all the angles you see. There are 2 triangles here, right? There are 2 triangles, MNS and PRS. You see 2 triangles. So 3 plus 3, 6 angles. You mark all the 6 angles. Just give them numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now, see, this one can be done in a few ways. I'll tell you one of it first. Okay. Now, you know, when 2 lines are intersected by a transversal such that co-interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel to each other. Yes or no? When two lines are intersected by a transversal in such a way that co-interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel to each other. So here we have in the figure we have MN and PS intersected by the transversal NS. Can you see that? We have MN and PS intersected by the transversal NS. Correct? And this is marked 90, 90. It's marked 90. So the two lines are the two lines are intersected by transversal, and we see that co-interior angles are supplementary. 90 plus 90, 180. That means these two lines are parallel to one another. Okay. So now that the lines are correct, if if two lines are intersected by a transversal such that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the lines are parallel. See here. Now supposing I mark this one as 50 and this one as 50. So what will you say? Alternate interior angles are equal. Therefore, this line is parallel to this line. Again, if I mark 90 here and 90 here. So you will say co-interior angles are supplementary. 90 plus 90, 180. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Therefore, this line is parallel to this line. That's what we're using here. All right. So now we have this result. These two lines are parallel to each other. So now angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Alternate angles are equal. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. See it? Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. Alternate angles are always in the Z, no? Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. This angle and this angle. Alternate interior angles are equal. No, see here, I'll show you again. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. Here is angle 1. And here is angle 5. Angle 1 of this triangle is equal to angle 5 of this triangle. Alternate angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Okay. So now how does the proof go? It's like this. You need to show that the two triangles are similar to each other. You need to show that the two triangles are similar to each other. And to show that they are similar to each other, we use the AA or the AAA similarity criterion. Both are the same, right? It's enough if you can even show AAA. You can also show that, but AA is enough. So you need to show that these two triangles are similar by the AA similarity criterion. So we already have angle 1 of the big triangle is equal to angle 5 of the small triangle. Also, angle 2 of the big triangle is 90 degrees and angle 4 of the small triangle is also 90 degrees. So we have two pairs of equal angles. Angle 2 is equal to angle 4, 90 degrees. You should take one angle from one triangle and another angle from the other triangle. From the same triangle, you should not say two angles are equal. That does not satisfy anything. One triangle and you're saying in the triangle itself, this angle is equal to this angle is not an information. So you are considering two triangles and you want to show that these two triangles are similar to each other. So you must pick one angle of the first triangle and say is equal to another angle of the second triangle. Yeah, so angle 1 of the triangle, the big triangle, is equal to angle 5 of the second triangle, the small triangle. Alternate angles. Then 2 is 90 degrees, there 4 is 90 degrees. So the two triangles are similar by the AA similarity criterion. And then in similar triangles, corresponding sides are proportional. Once you prove the two triangles are similar, their corresponding sides are proportional. And if you write that, you will get that result. All right, please take down the answer like this. You may have tried it, children, but please write it like this. The other method, it's time now, so the other method we'll see in the next class. How do you write the names of the triangles in the specific order? So we'll name one triangle first. If you call it MNS, triangle MNS. M is angle 1, right? Arjun? Okay, M is angle 1. Angle 1 is equal to which angle in the small triangle? 5. And what is that vertex called? 5. S. So you should write, if you write M here, you must write S here. Because M is angle 1 and the corresponding angle in the other triangle is S. So you must write S first. And then N of the first triangle corresponds to which angle of the second triangle? R. So you must write R here. And obviously P. You must match the vertices. Only then you'll get the proportion correctly. Only then you'll get the proportion correctly. Now, Arjun, tell me for this one, if I see here, Arjun, if I say triangle SNM is similar to, oh, sorry. If supposing I write like this, SNM is similar to triangle. S corresponds with, you don't know, no, so just leave it. Supposing you don't know, leave it. Then N corresponds to R. So leave the first place blank. The second place is R. What's the third place? M corresponds to S. So what should come in the first place? P. The remaining vertex P will come there. So this is the order. You can name it anyways, but you should name it. You must name it in such a way that the vertices correspond. So SNM is similar to PRS by AA similarity criterion. AA similarity. I've just written similarity criterion. Now write the proportion. In similar triangles, corresponding sides are proportional. In similar triangles, corresponding sides are proportional. I've just used short forms. So what's the proportion? SN by online students, SN by PR. SN by PR is equal to NM by RS is equal to SM by PS. So what is that we have to prove here? We'll have to get this. Where is this one? MSSP. Where is MS? This one, this one, this one, and this one. So just write these two. Write those two in that order given in the question. So therefore, MN by SR. Just write it the way it's given in the question is equal to MS by SP. I need to change all these presentations. These I prepared in 2020 when I did not know how to prepare properly. So these are very old. I have to change all this. I'll change it. I think by the next class, I'll change the presentation. Old meaning the way it is presented. Yeah. But fine, children. I don't. The other way of proving is more interesting. We'll see that in the next class. You need to know that this is one thing. The other way of proving that, see, it's all a collection of ideas. Every proof is done in a particular way. So everywhere you're collecting ideas. So in the exam, you will be given a new question. Using these ideas, implementing, you recall these ideas and using these ideas, you can crack that one. It's not that I have not seen that question earlier, so I was not able to do it. It's not like that. When you work questions like this, you collect various ideas. Using one of this, you can crack any news question. So that the other idea to do this one is very important. We'll see that in the next class. Online students finish writing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Online students, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Tanishka, Ranjan, Rakshita, Krishmi. Madhumita, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the call. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children.